So we just got another vehicle in that we're gonna offer for sale on the website as a core vehicle for our restorations. And it's a 1971 Series 2A, and it's actually a pretty interesting truck because it's a one-owner vehicle with all of its original paperwork. So I'm gonna go around and I'll show you this truck, and we'll just talk about what would make this an interesting restoration project. The first thing you'll notice is the color. It's bright red, and this color is called poppy red, and there weren't really that many made in red. Most of them were marine blue and pastel green, and then probably after that the next most common color is limestone, but not as many came in red. So that in itself makes this truck somewhat unique, and we have received emails asking if we had any cores that were originally poppy red. We've never done a restoration in poppy red before, so this could be an exciting project and certainly a eye-catching truck once it's freshly restored. So this truck actually came up from West Virginia, and it was a one-owner vehicle, and although it is really kind of beaten up, it did receive a lot of maintenance and care over the years, as evidenced by an enormous stack of receipts. So I'll show you a little bit of the truck, and then we'll go take a look at the paperwork and all the stuff that came with this vehicle. So you can see the body panels are a little rough on this. It certainly was used for its intended purpose as an off-road vehicle, but this is something that we can pull out and hammer and dolly back to straight. The fenders, on the other hand, are a little bit past the point of repair. This has been, I wonder if it actually hit a tree here or something. The windshield frame is damaged, the hood, the fender, those parts will need to be replaced. This is just a little too rough for us to repair. And you can see even the cracks in it from just the metal fatigue. It does have some rust, so the frame does have rust on it, and obviously will need to be replaced, just like 99% of all of the frames that we encounter. You can see this fender's a little bit rough too, but this truck is just so original and has so much provenance that it would be worth replacing these fenders and getting this truck back to 100%. The bulkhead is certainly in restorable condition. It does have some rust, but this is not outside the ordinary. It does have a complete and original dash, which is one of our requirements when purchasing a core vehicle. We want to make sure we have all of its original parts. It looks like the last time it was on the road was in '99. And this is certainly what we call a barn find. You can see it was just kind of sitting for years, and you can see the dust accumulation through the years of simply just sitting. Again, this quarter panel, it's a little rough, but it's not irreparable. We could certainly fix this. Okay, so the truck was purchased from the estate of the original owner, and we even have here the original invoice from when it was new, 1971 Land Rover, $4,244. It had a wheel rack for $8, a sun visor for $5, and a rear step that added $12, for a grand total of $4,269. Here is the check that was written for the vehicle. So it has all sorts of receipts and this is an Atlantic British parts manual from 1976. This is just ancient. So it comes with car tires and safety. There's the owner's manual. Supplement for USA specification. So this is all the emissions related stuff. Distributors and dealers. The original stereo. Optional equipment for Land Rover. This would be interesting. The other fun thing is that it comes with its original toolkit. So let's see what was included here. We have a tire pressure gauge, made in England. There's a screwdriver, but it's in poor shape. Wow, it's just so decrepit. Got some pliers, made in England. Another screwdriver. Some wrenches, made in England. Here's an adjustable wrench. I've seen these before in these toolkits. Look at that. Let's see, more wrenches. And then we have the original jack, actually. Shelly. We have the original lug wrench. This is part of the jack. There was a rod that went out here, and this was the handle for it, so you could turn the jack and bring it up. And then the hand crank is actually there. This is the starting crank, so if your battery dies, you can start the Land Rover with this hand crank. And these actually work pretty good. It's totally possible to start one of these with the hand crank, as long as you keep your thumb tucked in so you don't accidentally break your thumb when the engine kicks back. I'd be very surprised if there are very many restored Land Rovers that come with the original check, or the copy of the original check that was signed when the vehicle was purchased new. I think that's a really neat piece to have with the history of the vehicle. And the fact that the vehicle is poppy red is in itself unusual and certainly attractive. And then on top of that, you have all of this sales literature and paperwork that comes with it. On top of that, it's a 1971, which is the last year of the Series 2A. So the 1972 was the Series 3. So if you wanted the absolute last year that the Series 2A was made, this would be the one. And on top of that, it has its original toolkit, jack, pretty much everything, right down to the tire pressure gauge. So I think this would be a really fun project. This would be a great truck to restore if you're into paperwork and originality and you want an eye-catching poppy red truck. This would be the one to do. So if you're interested in this project, go ahead and send us an email and reference the 1971 Series 2A. And of course, you can find all of the information about our restorations on our website at www.northamericaoverland.com, including all of our pricing and options. So if you're interested in this truck, feel free to contact us and we'll get going on the project for you.